NREL is the National Renewable Energy Laboratory. They're a subsidiary of the Department of Energy. They did an 18-year study on algae and its production for biodiesel use. There's no argument against algae due to resources. It's something that absolutely could be put into place. The yield per gallon of acre, let's look at biodiesel. Soy is 48 gallons an acre. Soy is what the United States likes to use for biodiesel. Rapeseed, which is a type of canola oil, in Europe, that's what they use, 127 gallons an acre. Algae is 10,000 gallons per acre, 217 or so times more efficient than soy. You can grow it in any sort of water that we can't use for drinking, non-potable. We can't even use it for agriculture. Well, we can use it for the agriculture practices of growing algae. For example, you'd have say a power plant that was producing a bunch of CO2 emissions. You put an algae pond next to that plant. You'd pump those CO2 emissions into the water. It's going to eat the CO2 out of the emissions from the power plant. It's going to be producing oxygen. Some algae can produce as much as 50% oil. So you'd take the algae, you'd press the oil out of it, you'd make biodiesel out of that. The pulp that's left over, you can make ethanol out of. What's left over after that is proteins that can be fed to cattle, and then there's even some debris in the bottom that could be dried and then burned in the power plant, the coal plants again. So again, the education end of it is why we're here, just trying to not only inspire people to be using non-petroleum fuels, but to be using sustainably manufactured non-petroleum fuels.